Welcome to this episode of YouTube where spring has arrived, and certainly the wolves do change a little bit of their behaviors from some of that more intense ritualized dominance of winter to more of that fun social behavior of spring. This is Axel and Rika rolling around on the ground, and even the wild wolves are feeling it a little bit, and this is our visitor that has been arriving. I don't think he's food related at this particular moment. He seems pretty excited about social activity. This was just on the 20th that he arrived. But one thing we do see is that a visitor like that can trigger a little bit of tension. So even though we talk about spring hormones changing, we still will see some ritualized dominance. And this is Axel in the forefront, doing a little bit of correction behavior towards the pups who are trying to approach. A lot of this, like I said, ritualized dominance is noisy. There's growling, there's showing of the teeth. The pups will then go over and beg to Grayson, who is much more tolerant of the pups than Axel is. So Axel's not even really touching them. That's a lot of inhibited bite, just certainly guarding behavior on top of the den. Can be triggered by an event such as an intruder along the yard that got the wolves a little bit possessive. And then Rika has a different way of dealing with the pups. She's actually smaller than the pups, has been for a while. Blackstone is 96 pounds. Kaz is about 92 pounds. Reika is about 80 pounds. So she tries to do a little bit of a squash and sitting on top of Blackstone there. And that's pretty reminiscent of Luna. Don Gossett had this great photograph of Luna sitting on top of Denali. Often, smaller wolves need to use whatever they can to show a little bit more dominance. So we, just because spring has arrived doesn't mean that we don't have winter. This is a view in the pack holding area. This is the morning ritual. The wolves come in for breakfast. And because we do not have a resident retired pack right now, we've not been cleaning out these dens. We've just pretty much been letting snow fall. Obviously, if we had retired wolves, we'd be shoveling all this snow out of there. So the younger wolves, they like to investigate. They're pretty spry. They can come in and out of this main pack holding area den. And it's actually a place to cache food. We just recently saw Reika come out of there with a chicken part that had been cached. But it's also a place to maybe take advantage of somebody. And this is Blackstone on the top, Kaz inside the den. And what's interesting is Blackstone's really been gaining a lot of confidence in the last couple of weeks. And I think a lot of that has to do with the relationship that Blackstone has with Grayson, much more tolerant than the other wolves. So Reika's also investigating. We have a lot of things happening this week. We're going to start taking the hay out. A lot of small rodents have been using the hay over the winter, so Reika is right up there against the viewing window, right where the public is, digging a hole, looking for rodents. In the end, alliances are pretty important, and Blackstone and Grayson seem to have a pretty good alliance, as well as obviously sibling alliances. And the ambassador wolves will tell the wild intruder when it's time to go.